So there is 10 experiment, okay? And in this simulation, open the fifth number experiment. So
صورت واحدة بس
number 5, okay?
احنا ما سوينا الا 4.
Number fifth number experiment is the spasmodium and spasmoditis, okay? Drugs acting on intestine, okay? Drugs acting on intestine, any part of intestine. This experiment is based on spasmogenic and spasmolytic effect. What is spasmogen?
Spasm.
What is spasmogen?
From spasm.
Those drugs which cause spasm, okay? They are called spasmogen. And what is spasmolytics? Spasmolytics. Which prevents spasm. Okay, spasm. No. Spasm is smooth muscle cause abdominal pain. Okay, if it is in the smooth muscle, in the intestine, it will cause cramp and pain. Okay. The spasmogens they cause cramp and pain, and spasmolytics it prevents pain. Okay. Any drug tell me which is used for spasm to relieve the abdominal pain? Tell me the drug which is used to prevent abdominal pain, colic pain, biliary pain. Tell me any drug. No, aspirin is an analgesic. Aspirin is an analgesic, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicine. Okay. In abdominal pain, it is not necessary there will be inflammation. If there will be the inflammatory pain, it will relieve. But if it is an spasmogenic pain, it will not relieved by NSAID. Okay. Now, barium chloride is spasmogen, not spasmolytic. I am asking you, tell me any drug which can relieve abdominal pain. Papaverine, Trotaverine. Yeah, it is a drug which can relieve abdominal pain, colic pain, biliary pain, any type of visceral pain. Okay, any type of visceral pain can be prevented or can be relieved by phosphodiesterase inhibitors. Phosphodiesterase inhibitors like papaverine, papaverine, okay? Trotaverine. These drugs can prevent abdominal pain. When there is infant, small kids, they have abdominal pain. In that case, if you have observed at houses, they are given a very light water, okay? That is flavoring water. They are called carminatives. Flavoring water, rose water. Any water contain volatile air. What is volatile air? Do you know? Volatile, like perfume. Perfume is a volatile air. Okay. Volatile air, perfume. So the waters obtained from the spices, they have the property of carminatives. Like Filtricia, black pepper, and fennel. These are the spices. Fennel, black pepper, chocolate. Okay. The waters obtained from these fruits, they are called volatile oils. They are used as carminatives. What are the carminatives? What are carminatives? Carminatives. Carminatives. These are the medicines which relieve the abdominal pain. Spasms? Yeah, they are the spasmolytics. So carminatives are of generally volatile ions. They also relieve abdominal pain. Carminatives relieve the abdominal pain, but they are volatile ions. Volatile ions. Isle of phenol, Isle of black pepper. Good smell. Like rose water, mineral water, cumin water, coriander water, ginger water, okay? Ginger, zanjabil, okay? Okay, you are doing. No, only the. It is generally used everywhere, not only in the Arabic. It is also used in Urdu also. Okay, so I use. Then black pepper is called. It will say in Urdu it is also called. Ginger is called zanjabil in Urdu also. Remember these terms, okay? What is carbonative? Carbonatives are the volatile ions obtained from spices like fennel, cumin, ginger, okay, garlic. They can relieve the mild pain, abdominal pain, mild abdominal pain, and they are called carbonatives.
Carbonate.
Okay, carbonate. They are spasmolytic, okay? Also called they are also spasmolytic.
Spasmolytic.
Now, spasmolytics. I am coming to the point, okay? Now here, drugs affecting intestine. Many drugs are there, but we will focus only on the autonomic drugs. Autonomic drugs, okay? Many drugs are there. And in the intestinal part, we are focusing only on the autonomic drugs. Innervation is there is the autonomic innervation, okay? Autonomic innervation. Other innervations are also there, okay? But we are focusing only on the drugs affecting intestine, especially autonomic drugs, okay? Both innervation, parasympathetic and sympathetic innervation is there. But in case of intestine, the ganglia of parasympathetic is lying just nearby effector organ. Ganglia is lying nearby effector organ, okay? Once you are cutting the piece of intestine, the ganglia is inside the muscle, okay? Inside the muscle. So, in the ganglia, there is a receptor.
M3.
Which type of receptor? No, nicotinic receptor. Muscarinic and nicotinic. In ganglia, there is nicotinic and muscarinic receptor. Okay? Nicotinic, muscarinic, and adrenergic also. Okay? Alpha 2 receptors are there.
For sympathetic.
You should know about the receptor distribution. Okay? Here in ganglia, there is nicotinic, muscarinic, and adrenergic receptor. In ganglia, there is nicotinic receptor. So, if nicotine will be given, it will stimulate to release the acetylcholine and effector organ. It will, okay, stimulate the release of acetylcholine and effector organ. And the stimulation of receptor, muscarinic receptor in smooth muscle cause contraction. Okay? Okay. Stimulation of muscarinic receptor by acetylcholine in smooth muscle cause contraction. Contraction in smooth muscle, okay? Yeah. Smooth muscle. Smooth muscle. But stimulation of muscarinic receptor on heart cause relaxation. Yes, it is reverse. A stimulation of muscarinic receptor on heart muscle cause relaxation. Stimulation of contraction. Okay. But the type of muscarinic receptor is different. M2 type is on heart muscle, M1 type on. Okay. So both are different. Here muscarinic M1 type, but on heart muscle it is M2 type. But both are stimulated.
M1 and
Exactly. Stimulation of M1 in smooth muscle cause contraction, and stimulation of M2 on heart muscle cause relaxation. Once the nicotine is given to the tissue, it causes release of acetylcholine and effector organ and cause contraction. Okay. Both parasympathetic and sympathetic are opposite to each other. Okay, that is called physiological antagonist. Okay. The M1 receptor cause contraction, that means adrenergic receptor will cause relaxation. And adrenergic receptor will cause relaxation. Adrenaline will cause relaxation. Adrenaline, stimulation of adrenaline, stimulation of beta receptor at smooth muscle will cause relaxation. Opposite, okay? But this mechanism is just opposite in the case of heart muscle. Okay? This is both mechanism is just reverse in the case of heart muscle. Beta 2. Adrenaline, yes. Beta receptor in case of heart muscle cause contraction. Okay, but here the stimulation of beta receptor in isthmus muscle cause relaxation. Okay, just reverse. Okay. The parasympathetic stimulation in intestine cause motility, increase the motility. Okay, increase the motility or contraction. Okay, increase the motility. Increase the motility. Okay. Okay, this has already I have showed to you. Other drugs which act on the smooth muscle. Any other drug which acts on the smooth muscle? Tell me if you know.
Alpha 2.
Receptor, my friend, not a drug. Why you are confusing? This type of words will confuse me too. Autonomic nervous system is very much confusing, so try to read it regularly. Don't forget to read it. Okay? Try to revise it. There is application involved in almost every chapter of pharmacology. Okay, every chapter. If you are reading local anesthetic, there is application. If you are going for CNS, any disease in the CNS, there is application. Whether it is a Parkinson disease, whether it is a myasthenia gravis, whether it is a dementia, whether it is a Alzheimer's, everywhere there is a use of autonomic drugs. Now you are going to the GIT. Everywhere there is a use of autonomic drugs. Okay, if there is increased motility, you will use antagonist of muscarinic receptor. Okay. In diarrhea, dysentery, everywhere there is a use. You are going to the cardiovascular disease. In every, whether there is a hypertension, whether there is a angina, whether there is a arrhythmia, there is a use of autonomic drugs. So read regularly autonomic drugs. The drugs, pharmacology of autonomic drugs. Okay. Everywhere there is a use, and don't confuse it. What are the receptors? What are the distribution? What are the receptor types? What are the agonists? What are the antagonists? Remember and read it everything. On intestine, there are three types of drugs acting. One type of drug that is acting on receptor, that is autonomic drug. Okay. Three types of drugs are acting. Receptor mediation. Receptor are mediated like autonomic drugs, like muscarinic acetylcholine, it acts on the muscarinic receptor. Adrenaline acts on the beta receptors, alpha receptors. Okay. Second type of drugs are the cell membrane ion channels, like volatile ions. I told you, volatile ions. Yeah, they are carbonatics. They also relieve abdominal pain. Okay. And third type is the cellular enzymes, the drugs which stimulate or inhibit the cellular enzymes, like phosphodiesterase. I told you it is also a spasmolite. Phosphodiesterase inhibitors like clotrimazole and dapagliflozin. Okay, dapagliflozin. Yes. Dapagliflozin is the antagonist of vasopressin. Vasopressin. Okay, if there is a constriction in the blood vessels,
antidiuretic hormone.
Okay.
Vasopressin.
Vasopressin.
Antidiuretic hormone.
Antidiuretic. Okay, vasopressin. Angiotensin is a stimulation of angiotensin receptor in smooth muscle cause contraction. Okay, and its antagonist is vasopressin. Yeah, pyruvate. Okay. Vasopressin antagonist is dapagliflozin and angiotensin antagonist is salarasin. Okay, salarasin. This table is given to you, the receptors, agonist and antagonist. Okay, this table indicates, depicts the agonist and antagonist which act on the smooth muscle. Okay, smooth muscle. Nicotine. Nicotine is agonist as nicotinic receptor. Okay, and what is its antagonist?
Lock inhibition. Antagonist?
Antagonist of nicotine.
Adrenaline.
Nicotine?
Yeah, nicotine. Muzammil.
Atropine.
Antagonist of nicotine. Antagonist of acetylcholine. Tell me.
Acetylcholine?
Atropine. Very famous. Okay. And antagonist of nicotine. Any muscle relaxant.
Any?
Muscle relaxant. Okay. Muscle relaxant. They are antagonist of nicotine. That is called depolarizing agent or neuromuscular blocking agent.
Blocker.
Okay. Neuromuscular blocking agent. Nicotine. Nicotine itself is antagonist at its receptor. Nicotine itself antagonist at its receptor.
Why? كيف؟
How? Tell me not why. How?
كلها.
Yeah, how? Nicotine in low dose it is a stimulant at nicotinic receptor.
Yes.
Nicotine in high dose it is antagonist at the nicotinic receptor. Yeah, nicotine. Okay, nicotine in small dose a stimulant, in high dose depressant. Okay. In small dose is a stimulant. In small dose, nicotine will cause to release acetylcholine. Okay, nicotine in small dose will cause release of acetylcholine as a catarogen. And nicotine in high dose
Suppress.
block the receptor here, so this release will be inhibited. Acetylcholine. Okay, this acetylcholine release will be inhibited. So nicotine in small dose is a stimulant, and in high dose it is
Negative feedback mechanism.
if you will give nicotine
عشان كده الأخطاء الطبية كده.
in small dose, it will cause contraction. How it will cause contraction?
Nicotinic.
Because nicotine stimulates the release of acetylcholine. Okay.
Yes.
And nicotine, if you are giving the high dose of nicotine,
Inhibit.
yeah, slight, no relaxation, less contraction. If you will increase further dose, it will diminish.
مرة.
Okay. When it is in dilute form, it is more there is more contraction.
It's like negative feedback,
When
doctor.
it is given in high dose, it reduces the contraction. If you will increase the further dose, it will diminish the effect. Now, after nicotine concentrated, if you will give the dilute form, nicotine dilute, it will produce no effect. No effect. Dilute? Yeah, dilute nicotine. Less concentration. Dilute means less concentration.
Dilute.
Nicotine in small dose, that is dilution. Okay, diluted nicotine, even it produce more contraction. When that nicotine in concentrated form given, it produces less effect. Okay. And after nicotine high dose, if you are again giving the small dose, there is no effect. That means nicotine high dose has blocked the receptor, so nicotine diluted has no effect. Now, okay. This was all about it. Now, here this table is very important for you. So nicotine dilute is a stimulant and nicotine concentrated is depressant. That is antagonist for nicotine receptor. Okay. And for muscarinic receptor, acetylcholine is agonist, atropine is antagonist. Okay. Muscarinic here. Acetylcholine is agonist and atropine is antagonist. Other antagonist, tell me any other antagonist? Only atropine. All the pharmacology has been finished in your theory, only atropine. Now, on the smooth muscle, there is histamine receptor. Histamine. Okay.
So antihistamine.
Okay. Histamine will cause contraction. Antihistaminics will cause relaxation. No relaxation. If no relaxation, at least it will prevent the activity of histamine. Okay. It will reduce the effect of histamine. Okay. It will not produce relaxation. Like nicotine, it will reduce the effect. Antihistaminics will reduce the effect. Okay. Reduce the effect. Not reverse. Relaxation means upward movement is contraction. This is a contraction. And downward movement in the muscle is relaxation. Okay. Relaxation. This is contraction by stimulant. Stimulants. And relaxation is by depression. Receptor depression. Depression. Okay. Yes.
Histamine is antagonist.
No. Histamine is agonist at histamine receptor. Histamine is agonist at histamine receptor. Okay.
And it goes from branch.
Here, if histamine, if excess release, it causes contraction in the muscle. Okay. Okay. And its effect will be reduced by antihistaminics. Antihistaminics are of two types. Because histamine receptor is of two types, H1 receptor and H2 receptor. H1 receptor blockers are called antihistaminics. Okay, right? It is H1 receptor antagonists are called
In the line?
antihistaminics and H2 antagonists are called H2 blockers.
الهستامين هنا
H2
الريسبتورات اكثر هنا
احنا في التست
لا بس عندنا
H1 that is histamine receptor. The agonist for H1 is histamine and another receptor is H2. This H2 is present, H2 receptor present in gastric mucosa. Okay. If this is stimulated, this causes gastric ulcer. Okay. This receptor is stimulated. This is called this causes gastric ulcer. And if this is stimulated, this causes itching, burning. Okay.
H1 اللي هو H2
H1 antagonists are called antihistaminics. This is also antihistaminic, but commonly it is called H2 blockers. Okay. Antagonists of antihistaminics.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله
Histaminics. Tell me antihistaminics. Tell me antihistaminics. No, name the antihistaminics. Very commonly used in the general life. Cetirizine, levocetirizine, they are antihistaminics. Very commonly used. If you have sneezing, running nose, fever, in that case we use the cetirizine. Cetirizine is antihistaminic. Okay. Levocetirizine, very safe one.
لوراتيدين
LCZ, loratadine. Okay.
فيروز
Loratadine.
في والله
Cetirizine. One right?
Yes, right. It is.
No, here that is the commonly used, but for practical this is used. Paramedic acid is written here. Histamine and meparamine antagonist is meparamine and cyproheptadine. Cyproheptadine is available in your cough syrup. Syrup that is used to relieve the cough. Cyproheptadine.
أبر respiratory
They are called respiratory depressants. They are called respiratory depressant. Cyproheptadine, phenylalanine. Okay, they are respiratory depressant. When there is a cough, dry cough, we use the cyproheptadine. Okay, cyproheptadine has sedative effect.
فارما مشي
Antihistaminics, H1 blockers, antihistaminics. Some of the classes has sedative property. Sedation is called sleep. Sleep like okay, sleep. H2 blockers, they are called the antagonist of H2 receptors. They are called H2 blockers, like ranitidine, samidine. They are also called anti-ulcer drugs. Okay,
Anti-ulcer.
Ranitidine, example is ranitidine,
رانيتيدين
famotidine, samidine. Okay, many and more. Famotidine and samidine.
حط بتدين
All are being used, but not loratadine. Loratadine is antihistaminic. H1 blocker. Okay.
لوراتيدين هذا for H1
H1 blockers, that is antihistaminics, are zine, cetirizine, okay, levocetirizine, like this one, cetirizine, levocetirizine, and for H2 blockers, generally the suffix is dine, famotidine, ranitidine, but
الدين ل H2
antihistaminic, there is loratadine, there is
لا ما في
suffix is the same like that.
بتدين
Yeah,
قال
only one is confused. Okay.
accept لوراتيدين
We accept loratadine, all tidines are approximately H2 blockers.
H1
It is okay up to here?
إن شاء الله.
Okay. Now, another drug is there, angiotensin. It also causes vasoconstriction. Angiotensin causes vasoconstriction. Okay. And vasoconstriction causes spasm. Okay, spasm, cramp. So, antagonist is sclerostin. Angiotensin.
Inhibitor.
Angiotensin 2. Okay, the inhibitor is sclerostin. I will give the PPT. Already I have given to Rami. Okay, remember.
He
Sclerostin.
didn't give us.
Angiotensin 2. Angiotensin 2. The antagonist is sclerostin.
سارلاسين هذا يعني
حق الريسبيراتوري
And for vasopressin,
وزن restriction.
already I told you vasopressin,
باور فري
cataverin, okay, rotaverin and cataverin.
ايش كذا
يزعل.
Prostaglandin. You already have covered the GIT system in the physiology, anatomy and physiology. We have already covered GIT. Gastric intestinal tract. Anatomy and physiology.
جهنم على طول.
On whole,
ما في راحة مع سيد
protective
الله.
layer.
ان شاء الله ما يبدي
You have studied the pathophysiology of disease?
Mm-mm.
No pathophysiology? Not yet. Not yet. In your stomach, there is two things. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is very acidic and very corrosive. Once it will be placed on your hand, it will damage. But inside the stomach, the acid is there, but your muscle is protected. All is protected. Because
الشروط التوعية.
there is a layer of mucosa. Mucosa is a protective layer.
على حسب
But hydrochloric acid is an acidic. It causes corrosion of the stomach wall. But it is protected by mucosal layer. It is protected by mucosa. Mucosa is formed by prostaglandin.
هذيك الشروط
Prostaglandin, there is a mechanism, cascade, okay, along cascade. It is one of the mechanisms. Prostaglandins stimulate the formation of the mucosal layer. NSAID, actually it is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. It inhibits the prostaglandin formation. Once you are taking the steroid, anti-steroid, NSAID, it prevents the formation of prostaglandin. Once the formation of prostaglandin is inhibited, your muscular layer will be open.
في
It will be so. Two factors is there. One is the aggressive factor, that is hydrochloric acid. It stimulates the corrosion. One is the suppressive factor, the mucosa. Mucosa is prevented. Now your muscular layer is opening, and acidic is an aggressive factor, which again burning the muscle. So there is a formation of ulcer.
ولكن أعمل راسي.
هذه الاسباب انك
تعرف اللغة تقول يعني سنستدرجهم من حيث لا يعلمون.
Angiotensin 2 blockers are used? No. The best one is the ACE inhibitors. Okay, not this. If you want to block the receptor, block the AT1 receptor, angiotensin 1 receptor. Because once you are blocking the angiotensin 2 receptor, what is the purpose? Already angiotensin 1 is forming there. Okay. So if you want to block the receptor, block the AT1 receptor, not the SC2 receptor. Okay. Either block the angiotensin T1 receptor or block the enzyme which is converting AT1 to AT2. Okay. Angiotensin, sclerostin. Okay.
سرسري.
Vasopressin also causes muscle contraction and its antagonist is papaverine and rotaverine. Okay.
بابرين.
What is this called? Papaverine or papaverine?
بابافيرين.
How you pronounce it? Papaverine.
بابافيرين.
Okay, the rotaverine. Okay, now it is finished. Okay. This is a chart given to you. This is a chart given to you.
استغفر الله. قتل السيء الحسن. قد كلها ريال.
Drugs, acid alcohol. Contraction or relaxation.
Contraction.
Chart is given to you to remember in the easy way. Okay, it is very. This chart is given to remember the things. It is very easy. Okay. Acetylcholine cause contraction, that is positive. Okay. Adrenaline is cause relaxation. Relaxation is positive. Okay.
Yes.
Histamine. Contraction. Okay. And angiotensin. Contraction. Vasopressin.
Contraction.
Serelasin.
Relaxation.
Papaverine.
Positive. برضه.
Relaxation is positive, okay? Papaverine. Rotaverine. Relaxation is positive, okay? Like this one, okay? Yes. You must remember this one, okay?
بسيطة.
And you can remember the receptors. Receptors. What are the receptors? Acetylcholine, M1 receptor. Adrenaline, alpha and beta receptor. Histamine, H1 and H1 receptor. Okay. Angiotensin, angiotensin 2 receptor. Okay. AT. ATP receptor. AT. Angiotensin 2 receptor. Vasopressin, vasopressin receptor. Okay. Papaverine, it acts on this. Okay. Now, once you are isolating the tissue, listen me please here, don't gossip, okay? No gossip, please. Angiotensin 2, AT, angiotensin 2. The drug which is acting on the receptor, that is called AT receptor, okay? Angiotensin, is a mediator, chemical mediator, not drug. And it is acting on the receptor, it is ability as
ايش دخل هذا الانجيوتنسين؟
angiotensin receptors are acting on receptor, angiotensin receptor, solution. You know why it will? Angiotensin. Any angiotensin better than me because I know only pharmacology and you are master in all subjects. A student is better than a teacher. How? No, always. A student is better than a teacher. Sure. What? Of course. Because I know only pharmacology.
He said that.
That's because you are a good.
No, I am a doctor, no problem. But presently, I know only pharmacology. I don't know pathology, microbiology, histology.
But you have studied this.
But
You study
better. You are knowing percentage
everything
better
in
than
pharma.
لا 1% كل شيء والله ما ادري نحن احسن نحن احسن خلاص نحن احسن
Now, where the tissue is isolated,
Yes.
it is necessary to keep it alive. It is necessary to keep it alive.
Which one?
For practical, if you are isolating the tissue, it should be alive. Until you are doing the practical, it should be alive. So we provide a solution. That is called physiological solution. Okay, solution. Okay, salt solution. And salt solution also provide energy to tissue. Okay, glucose provides energy. And for smooth muscle, the physiological solution is called thyroid solution. Physiological solution is called
Thyroid?
Thyroid. T-Y-R-O-D-E. Thyroid.
Thyroid.
Okay. Thyroid solution. Okay. And the composition of thyroid solution is, what are the salts there?
What is it?
Yes, bench, please. Enjoy. After 1 week there is your exam. Okay, no problem. Yes. What is the composition of thyroid solution?
Energy over there.
There are salts and glucose. What are the salts? Sodium chloride. You can remember in the chart. Sodium chloride, calcium chloride, no potassium chloride,
Potassium.
no. Sodium chloride, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride. Sodium, calcium, magnesium.
Sodium chloride,
No.
calcium chloride,
Salt. Now come for
chloride.
buffering agent. Sodium carbonate and sodium hydrogen phosphate. 3 salts, sodium, calcium, magnesium.
Sodium
Now come for buffering agent. Buffering agent, that means to maintain the pH. Hydrogen ion concentration. Buffers, okay, buffering agent. 2 buffering agents. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is called sodium bicarbonate, and sodium hydrogen phosphate. Okay. 3 salts, sodium chloride, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, buffering agent, sodium hydrogen phosphate and sodium bicarbonate. And one is the glucose, that is for energy. And all are dissolved in water, water sufficient. Okay. Quantity sufficient water. Okay. Now come to here. Once tissue is isolated, now you are subjecting to drug. Okay, you are administering the drug. Once you have administered nicotine diluted, it will produce response. Contraction. Okay, stimulation of nicotine receptor. Stimulation. Now you
Nicotine.
stimulation of nicotine receptor. Now you are giving nicotine receptor stimulation, release the acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, okay?
Yes.
Release the acetylcholine. Now you are again giving the nicotine dilute. Here, concentrated. It reduce the effect, okay?
Below the receptor.
Antagonism of nicotine receptor. Okay? Yeah.
Acetylcholine.
Antagonism of
Adrenaline. هو
antagonism of anandrite receptor, okay? Now again you are giving nicotine dilute. No response.
No response.
No response. Completely antagonized. Completely antagonized. Okay? For dilute nicotine. Complete blockade. Complete blockade of. Completely blocked. Blocked. NN receptor. Okay? NN receptor completely blocked.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Now, if it will be given to your exam, I will give you what is the response here. Why there is no response. I will ask you why there is no response. Because the nicotine hydride has blocked the NN receptor. Okay?
Yes.
Already I have written. I have once again omitted. NN receptor blocked. NN receptor completely blocked. Completely blocked. Okay? Now if you are giving the acetylcholine, it will produce contraction. Acetylcholine. After acetylcholine, if you are giving atropine, atropine plus acetylcholine, it will either block or reduce the effect. Okay? If it is given in high dose atropine, it will completely block. If it is given in a small amount, it will reduce the effect. Okay?
The same time,
Yeah, first give the atropine, wait for 1 minute, then inject the acetylcholine, it will reduce the effect. If atropine given in more amount, it will completely block. Okay, depends upon the amount and concentration. Okay?
Yes.
That means here, muscarinic blocking, and receptor blocking, okay? And receptor blocking. Okay. Now give adrenaline.
Contraction.
Relaxation.
هذاك في القلب
That is called relaxation.
هو قاعد تقول لي احنا جست
Relaxation is done by stimulation of relaxation.
شفت المريض
Stimulation of adrenergic receptor, area receptor, okay? Adrenergic receptor. Already I told you before, okay? Receptor. Now, after that, propranolol. Propranolol is
Beta blocker.
beta blocker, okay? And give the adrenaline. Adrenaline, it will reduce or diminish the
Reduce.
effect. It will reduce or diminish the effect. Blockage of alpha beta receptors, okay, beta receptor. It will either reduce or completely block the effect. Yes. Now, if unknown drug will be given to you, find out the unknown drug. How will you find? Step by step. Step by step. Yeah. Unknown drug. You have done it? Yes. Can I remove it? No. Wait.
أنا كمان تحكينا.
Already it is in slide. Okay, I have already given. Yes, Mazam, will you?
See?
Take a okay. Do hurry. We have to perform one experiment, okay? Now here, if unknown drug is given to you, an unknown drug is given to you in practical. Find out the drug. An unknown drug, for example, an unknown drug is
هذا الاختبار.
unknown. Okay? You have given unknown, it produces contraction.
Yes.
If it is produced contraction, it is not adrenaline.
Yes.
Because adrenaline causes relaxation. This may be either acetylcholine, nicotine, it may be nicotine, it may be vasopressin, it may be histamine.
استخدم مبنى
it may be
الاحتمالات.
okay. Unknown is given, it produces response. Now, to find out the unknown, give the nicotine. Nicotine dilute is given. Dilute nicotine is given. It has produced response. Now, nicotine concentrated is given. Nicotine concentrated, highly concentrated.
Decrease.
Diminish the effect. Okay. Now nicotine dilute. Nicotine dilute, no response. Okay, no response. Flat response.
Yes.
Nicotine dilute. Now again put this drug. If it is nicotine, it will not produce response.
Yes.
Okay. But if it is now unknown is given. Unknown is given. If it is nicotine, it will produce no effect.
Yes.
If it is producing response, two cases here. Two cases here. If it is not producing response, that is nicotine. If it is producing response, that means it is other than nicotine.
Yes.
Okay? Other than nicotine. If there is release effect, no effect, this is nicotine.
Yes.
If no effect,
Nicotine.
that is nicotine. It is nicotine. Okay? There is no effect, it is nicotine. If it is producing effect, that is other than nicotine.
Either acetylcholine or
Other than
Nicotine.
other than nicotine. If it is other than nicotine, then continue further. Yeah, continue further. Now give acetylcholine. Now give acetylcholine. Acetylcholine produces response. Okay? Now atropine. It is producing response. Now give the atropine. Atropine plus this unknown. Okay? If there is decrease in the response, that will increase the acetylcholine. Okay? If it is producing no response, that is acetylcholine. If it is producing response that is other than acetylcholine.
والله هذه لازم تكون حافظها كلها.
I will stop. Other than vasopressin, histamine and other than. If it is producing response, if no response, that is acetylcholine. If there is response, if response other than acetylcholine, it may be vasopressin, it may be angiotensin. That's why I'm writing other than acetylcholine. And we will proceed further until it is not antagonized.
If there is a steroid response,
Yeah, again decreasing. Atropine.
it may be
Atropine in small dose. If it is given in small, it will reduce the effect. If it is given in high dose, it will completely block. If atropine is given, it is reducing the effect, either diminishing the effect or reducing the effect. It is like acetylcholine. Receptor blocking depends upon the amount of antagonist. Okay. Receptor blocking depends upon the concentration of antagonist. If the number of receptor, for example, there is 100 and 1 milligram of atropine blocking 50 receptor, that means if they are, again receptor is available for action. Okay. Now it is finished. Now you perform the experiment. That experiment